Hello everyone. In this video, we will see how we can use Veeam Backup for Office 365 with Azure to take backup of Office 365 and store it on Azure storage. Veeam Backup for Office 365 is a solution from Veeam which lets us take backup of Office 365 emails and store them on a storage. In this video, we will see how we can store the backup of Office 365 onto Azure storage. Currently, Veeam Backup for Office 365 supports only backing up emails. The next release will support taking the backup of SharePoint, OneDrive, and other services of Office 365. So let's get started. I've logged into my Azure portal, and here I'll go ahead and create a virtual machine. I'll choose a Windows Server 2016 virtual machine. I'll give it a name. Veeam Backup Server. Give it a local username and password. I'll use the subscription which I have, and I'll create a new resource group called Veeam. I'll use the storage, not the storage location, the resource group location as West Europe, and I'll click OK. Now the size of virtual machine is a generic size, so I will go ahead and choose a 2-core 8 GB machine. Do remember, in Azure, you can increase and decrease the size of the virtual machine at any given point of time. I'll choose the 2-core 16 GB machine for the sake of this demo. Click Select. We would not require availability set for this particular demo, but it is strongly recommended that you use availability set in order to achieve 99.99% uptime of this particular machine that you're running on Azure. I would not use storage disks as well. I'll use the normal disk. It will create me a virtual network by default, and I'll go ahead and enable the auto shutdown to off. Monitoring, I'll disable it, and I'll hit OK. Finally, I click on Create for the virtual machine creation to start. Now, this process of creation will take 3 to 5 minutes. While the virtual machine is being created, you can go to this website, which is veeam.com/backup-microsoft-office-365. Here, you will see all the details of this particular product. You can go through the product overview, the user guide, and even the Gartner report. For testing, you can also get a 3-month license with all the features and functionalities of this particular product. So click on the 3 months license, log in with your details, and you should be able to download the particular product. Now, for the sake of the demo, I've already downloaded the particular product and installed it. The installation is very simple. Once you download, just double click on the exe file, go through the wizard, and it will install it for you. It will also install another product called as Veeam Explorer for Exchange. This is a free product from Veeam, and it is used when we are doing a restore operation. Let me launch the Veeam Backup for Office 365, and this is how the console looks like. So we have a very simple interface with organization, backup infrastructure, and history. To start off, I will set up the backup infrastructure. Now on this machine, I have a couple of disks and one of the disks is 1 TB in size. Now, this is a virtual machine which is running on Azure, which I previously created. To the same virtual machine, I've added an additional disk. I'll use this disk as my storage location for my Office 365 backup. I'll go to backup repository. I'll click add repository and say backup Office 365. I'll choose my folder. You can even quickly see the space. It's a 1 TB disk. It shows me the relevant details. Next. Do I need to establish any retention policy? I'll use the default one and I'll click finish. Now, the default retention policy and the storage has been successfully created. Next, I need to add my Office 365 organization. For this, I'll right click, add organization. I can take backup of on-premise, hybrid, or Office 365 mailboxes. Click next. Here I need to mention the admin username and password. I've entered the username and password of my Office 365. This has to be a global admin of Office 365 or the account which has permissions on all the mailboxes. It'll go ahead and connect to my Office 365 organization from this particular machine. Now do remember, this machine is running on Azure, which means it has internet connection by default. Click finish, and now my organization is added successfully. Next, I can go ahead and explore my organization. So this is where Veeam Explorer for Exchange will open up. And here I can see the mailboxes which are available. The Veeam Explorer for Exchange shows us the previous emails which I had taken a backup of. Let me first show you how I can start the backup. I'll right click on this organization, say backup. I'll give it a name. Say backup only certain mailboxes, and I will select the mailboxes. It will list down all the mailboxes for me. And I would like to take mailbox backup of Deborah and Emily. Click OK. Click next. I need to define where the backup will be stored. Click next. You can even schedule the backup. I'll leave this to default. Click run the job when I click create, and I'll create it. So the backup will start. It'll take a couple of minutes for it to complete the backup. Okay, the backup has been done successfully. It discovered about 166 items, and it took about 23 seconds for the backup. Now, one of the reasons we recommend you to run Veeam Backup for Office 365 on Azure is because this will make the traffic flow between Microsoft Office 365 and Microsoft Azure, which is cloud to cloud. It is very fast, very quick, and you should be able to do both backup and restoration operations in a very simple manner. Next, I can use Explore to go ahead and look into backup, which I had just taken. I can drill into all the folders that Deborah has in her mailbox. I can go into her inbox and even look at various folders, subfolders, or the emails that she has. Right? In order to restore, I can restore it back to Deborah, or I can restore to a new mailbox. and you can even export it as a PST file. I can save as an MSG file, or I can send this to another person as well. So as you can see, even for restoration, there are several options available using which I can restore the content. This brings me to the end of this particular demo. Hope you liked it. Again, I encourage you to use this particular product, try the trial version of it, and make the use of it. Thank you.